How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another FPL RG video. I know it's still quite early in the week, but some of you are on a wildcard for GW34, and you know what? There is no better time to use the chip if you still have it saved. And the reason for that being is that Chelsea are now through to the FA Cup final, which means that Man United versus Chelsea moves from GW37 to GW34, which means that both teams get a double game week in GW34, and GW37 will be a blank game week for Man United, and Chelsea will have one fixture. This also means that Aston Villa and Burnley now have a double game week in GW37. So yeah, before this was announced, I would say if you still had your wildcard saved, you would either use it in GW34 or 35, but after this announcement and Chelsea getting their double game week as well as Man United, if you still have the chip, now is the time to use it. With all that said, looking at all the fixtures, let's now look at my ideal team if I was on a wildcard right now. So this is my team at present. This is how I was set up for Gaming 33 going into Gaming 34. Let's not talk about Gaming 33 for the time being. I'm having an absolutely horrible game week, so don't mind the rank that you see on the right hand side of the screen here. That was my rank before the game week began. I think I'm around 5.8, 5.9k now after getting 11 points this game week. But we still have, 6 games left. Hopefully things turn around for me. But let's have a look at what I would say is the best wildcard team for Gaming 34 at this moment in time. Remember, there's still fixtures to go. Anything could happen. Players could get injured. You know, the whole deal when it comes to FPL, things change on a daily basis. So, starting in goal, the keeper that I do want is Schmeichel. And we'll have a look at their fixtures coming up just now. Remember, we have Gaming 36, Gaming 37 in mind. So yeah, I want Schmeichel in goal. And to save a bit of money, I am going to go with Foster as my second keeper. Will only come in if we do need him. The team that I am creating right now, you could either bench boost in Gaming 36, or you could just have a deeper squad, which I think you may need come this back end of the season, with so many competitions still on, and the extremely important part of all these competitions as well. We could see a ton of rotation, especially for teams that are just, on the beach. So yeah, you could either bench boost the team that I am creating right now, or just have a deeper squad and a bit of benching headaches. So who I want from Chelsea, my ideal Chelsea 3 is James. Let's just do it straight away. James, Havertz, and Mount. In my opinion, these are the best 3 Chelsea assets to own going forward. Will Reece James still play at right centre back? I don't think so. I think it only happens when he comes up against some very fast and tricky wingers. And it seems to work for Chelsea when Tuchel does make that slight kink in his system. So yeah, I've got my Chelsea triple up. This team actually has no Man United players. Despite Ronaldo getting his hat-trick against Norwich, that isn't going to happen every single game. United aren't going to play Norwich every single game. And even that game was 3-2. Man like Pookie was everywhere. So yeah, let's just finish up in the defense. With the title going down to the wire, I want a double up in the Man City defense. And that is why I'm going to go for Cancelo and Laporte. So Laporte will come in. Let's just leave Chris Wood on the bench for the time being. In the midfield, I could say we could keep Martinelli. He's a nice enabler in case we need him. He plays in the front 3 for Arsenal. But if you need to save a bit more cash, you could go for Dewsbury Hall or Gordon from Everton. They both have double gamings coming up. And yeah, they seem like quite a good pick. I am also going to go for Coutinho for Aston Villa's double-double in 36 and 37. I will keep the king. I know a lot of you have sold Mo Salah already. You know what? I do know that his form has dipped a bit after the Africa Cup of Nations as well as the World Cup qualifier. You can see that his confidence is a bit low. But once Mo gets that first goal, if he gets it against Man United in Game Week 33, I'd be a bit scared to go without him. With the Golden Boot on, with Liverpool going for the title in the Premier League, as well as Champions League and the FA Cup, I'm backing Mo to find his form again, and that is exactly why he is in this final wildcard team, in my opinion. Up top, I'm going to have to get rid of Kane, and Pukki comes in. Pukki has scored 4 goals in the last 6 games, and if Norwich have any tiny hope of possibly staying in the league, Pukki is going to keep scoring. And I mean, his fixtures to come: Newcastle, Villa, West Ham, Leicester, Wolves, and to end off against Spurs. Pukki could do the business. It's time for that Pukki party, and I think in my own team, it may be time that I bring in Pukki. Chris Wood, Doherty, and Kucha all have to go. Let's go Doherty to Matty Cash for Villa's double-double. Chris Wood. Everton have a double, so I would go for Richarlison. Just as a punt, you never know. And with 2.3 mil left, taking up the total to 7.4 mil, another punt on Ollie Watkins, so triple Villa. And that would be me using my entire budget. For this game week, I would bench Martinelli, captain Havertz, vice captain Mount. In a normal game week, I would ideally not like to captain and vice captain a player from the same team in case there is like a COVID outbreak. You know, anything could happen. A game gets cancelled, whatever the case may be. But seeing as it is a double game week, I don't anticipate that they miss both their games, which is why I would captain and vice captain from the same team. But you know what, if you want to split the risk, why just not go a bit fun and vice captain Pukki, just for fun's sake. So yeah, let's have a look at Game Week 36, which is the big game week. 10 teams are doubling at this moment in time, and according to Ben Krellin, we will find out within the week whether Man City will double in Game Week 36 or Game Week 37. And it seems very likely that Man City will be getting their double game week in Game Week 37. A lot of bench boosters want them to get the double game week in 36, especially those who don't have another free hit left. So I am personally hoping that Man City double in 37 as someone with a free hit available. So with this team in Game Week 35, I would say save the transfer. You've got more than enough in your squad to go through Game Week 35 without making any moves, and then you go into 36 with 2 free transfers. And look at this team. You have an entire squad, 13 players with a double game week and 2 players who are Cancelo and Laporte with a single game week. So what do? You're left in a situation, a bit of a benching headache. Who do you bench here? Well, I'll leave that up to you when you get to game week 36. And in 37, I know it does say that Liverpool have a blank game week, but that won't be the case. It's still to be updated, and Liverpool will have a fixture in 37. And yet again, you have a decent squad. And remember, you have 2 free transfers in Game Week 36. You could use one or use both. Have a look at Game Week 35. See the players that look to be in form. Maybe you saw someone new that you want to bring in after Game Week 35, and you could use both transfers here. If not, use one transfer, and you can go into 37 with 2 free transfers, and you can bring in more double gaming players as you would like. So yeah, this is the wildcard team that I would go for in Game Week 34. If you want to go a bit more fun, a bit more punty, especially to those of you who are massively chasing rank, it isn't the worst idea to go without Salah. And no, will be scary, but if you want to take a punt on, say, Kevin De Bruyne, and then with that additional money, I'm not sure how much you'd be left with. What is it? Let's just put KDB in. You're left with 1.4 in the bank. You could spread that money a bit. Bring in a player that you'd like to bring in. And I do know that the squad has a lack of Spurs players. But as we have seen, there's always that inconsistency when it comes to Spurs and Arsenal. I don't know what it is. One week, Spurs could win 6-0, and then the next week, they lose 1-0. It would be scary going without Son and Kane. What you could do, let's just bring back Mo into this team. Salah. For the 1 game week, you could go for Kulusevski over Coutinho, and then in game week 35, here, you could just sell Kulusevski for Coutinho, or save the transfer here, as we said already. And in 36, let's just leave that. You save the transfer in 35, and in 36, you could just bring in Coutinho here for his double-double, 36 and 37. So yeah, this is the team I would go for. Remember, if you liked the video, hit a like, comment below with your questions or any of your queries at all, whether it's to do with your current team, your transfers for the game week. In terms of the Chelsea players, I am going to be writing an article tonight. I'm going to have a full detailed discussion on which 3 Chelsea players I would personally go for. In my team, I already have Rudiger, so he's nailed in my team. It's just which other 2 players do I go for, and budget does come into play. But I'll be looking deeper into the stats and so on. And after posting that article, I will come back to the description of this video and post the link in there. So if you want to give it a read, come back to this video in the next day. And yeah, the article should be there. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Make sure you join the Try Smash FPL Articles Mini League. Follow me on my socials where I'm active every single day. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content here. I will be back with an updated wildcard draft after Game Week 33 is all done. So make sure you put your notifications on. Good luck, and remember to FPL responsibly.